Hi there, it's Wednesday, April the 27th, and time is flying fast. Today, why am I saying that? Okay, I have a big show coming up at Bliss Studios in Port Frank, and I guess I'm starting sort of a new body of work for that. I kind of began a series of paintings dealing with trees, where I was sort of identifying either the formation or the shape or the foliage or the pairing of the trees have some sort of human qualities, and these are sort of an extension of my, the rural landscapes that I'm doing, in that I'm constantly observing trees and their position or stature or personality on those drives commuting back and forth from London. So, or now in my new community. So I've kind of decided that I'm going to do a series of continue that series for that show in Bliss Studios, and so I started that yesterday and got a whole bunch of canvases primed and stretched, so basically I just sort of made a straightforward conviction in that I was able to draw from a series of photos I've been taking and run with that. So anyway, I'm just looking at my time frame, looking at all the other stuff that I need to do in between, and then still be working on my Rubia series for the show coming up in Alton Mill at Double Doors Gallery in August. And in between all that, taking a trip out west to perhaps do some work on my coming of age project, which is documenting the art of winemaking and the stories and imagery behind that, and what else? Oh, just a holiday up to Manitoulin, and so that actually will probably be a much needed rest after Bliss Studios. So anyway, just I feel like, oh, I've got all this stuff on the go, and there's not enough time. And then today attended 2 meetings, so wasn't in the studio at all until around 5 o'clock. I attended a meeting again as a follow-up to the first meeting we had with Trillium Foundation on behalf of the Barrie Arts and Culture Council. We met with all other arts councils and some people from culture divisions from the cities in Simcoe County, and we are looking at building an art hub or site, if you will, that will serve as a interactive networking and directory and planning portal for arts and culture. And 2 gentlemen from the really business sector gave a presentation today. Now, their presentation was just over the top in terms of what their portal would be able to do for the average artist. It's a very exciting prospect. I've already tried to maneuver around that site. It's simcoeartists.com, I believe. So, although it's very ambitious, I'm thinking I've already had huge amounts of difficulty trying to maneuver or set up what they are intending for that site to do. So I'm just thinking, okay, I blog, I have my own website, I do all that on my own, but I can't seem to maneuver my way around their website. So I was a little, I was excited about it, but very, very quickly got a little frustrated. And then on the other side of that, I'm very excited about their site, but the Barrie Arts Network is working very hard. The Barrie Arts and Culture group working very hard with Rhubarb Media to build the second phase of the Barrie Arts Network, which is to make it more interactive, implement a calendar and blogging and rotating artist profiles, things like that. And so we've kind of already started what's being proposed by this other group. We just need more time to develop, some of those services that their website is proposing. So anyway, that was an interesting meeting, but I will continue to meet with the other councils and see if we can't write a grant to the Trillium Foundation to hire someone to design a portal for Simcoe County. Whether it be these two gentlemen we met today from the business, or Rhubarb Media, or maybe a collaboration of the two together. I also attended a meeting with Kelly Hill on telling the story of the arts, and either I didn't read the outline of the presentation as well as I should have, but it was basically statistics about the effects of arts and culture, revitalization, tourism, and all this we know. It's important. But what, an interesting fact that I learned out of that, sitting in on that, was that 43% of Canadians will attend a performing arts, live performing arts event at some point during the year, whereas only 23% will attend an art gallery. So that was kind of interesting. Basically, what came out of that was, okay, either I need to get performing artists into my space, or I need to look at performing arts centers to showcase visual arts. So, or maybe I just need to start singing again. I don't know. But so that was an interesting statistic. The performing arts are a much stronger force, or reach a broader audience than the visual arts. Mind you, this is completely excluding festivals. Festivals were a separate entity unto themselves. So let's see. What else? I got my deadline into the McMichael Art Gallery for their August show and sale. The deadline for that May 31st, so there's tons of time like that for that submission and just trying to get things out of the way. Unfortunately, that call, if I was to be accepted, would conflict with a really cool project that's it's called Hotbox. No, it's not called Hotbox. I think it's called Homework. It's called Homework. It's a collaborative sort of 4-day residency in Windsor that I'm hoping to partake in, and so I'm going to apply to both, and if I have to turn one down, or maybe I can actually employ somebody to work my booth at the McMichaels, if that's the case. I'm not sure. So anyway, I'm going to apply to that. Let's see, what else? So, just something. I met Michael Martin again today. He is with the Culture Department in Aurelia, Culture and Tourism Department in Aurelia. And, I was just sort of complaining to him that, yes, I've got all this great stuff on the go, but oh my gosh, the work that I would create for the McMichael versus the work that I'm making for myself, or the work that I'm making for Bliss Studios, it's all my work ultimately, but it all has a little bit of a different feel or a different level of commercialism, price point accessibility, and it's sort of just draining to try and balance it all. So I'm pretty tired tonight. I'm thinking about all that. Tomorrow night I'm running my workshop, sequential stamping and stenciling, and so hopefully that'll be a fun evening, pretty laid back evening in my studio space. I only had 3 people sign up for that, so I'll just be running it out of my space instead of the creative space. But I'd like to thank the creative space for making their facility available to us. with larger numbers. So that's it for this evening. Sorry, long-winded. And I'll talk to you in a couple days. Okay, good night everybody.